Hello everyone, it's Daniel and I'm back for another celebrity challenge. I'm just back in the US after having played in Denmark in the World Championships, playing for Sweden mixed team. Unfortunately, we did not have the best tournament. We didn't qualify for the knockout, but it was a fun tournament, very well organized, and the tournament ended for us. I was able to go on the WBF Twitch stream, which Christoph was one of the hosts of, together with Brady, and they did a very good job. It was very fun to be there. I hope you had a chance to watch some of it. There was some very, very good and exciting bridge we got to watch. Now, let's get on to these 5 boards. So on this first one, third seat pass to me, I have an 11 count. I think this is, I would have opened this in any position, but now third seat non-vol, we can also be a bit more aggressive. So I think, the obvious bid is to open 1 club. I think in third seat, you can be slightly more creative maybe. And I like my very good 4-card heart suit, so I'm actually going to open this 1 heart. And partner redoubles, saying they have a good hand and they want to possibly penalty double the opponents. I don't really want that because I have a minimum hand and partner is a passed hand. So I know we it's not like we're going to have loads of points and beat them a lot. So I could consider bidding this 2 clubs immediately, sort of saying I'm not interested in penalizing them. I have clubs and hearts, so we should probably play this. And I think I will do that rather than having, say, they bid, I say pass, and they run to 2 diamonds. The partner maybe wants to start doubling this. I don't want to defend it. And if I get into that position, partner might think I have a different hand. So I'm just going to say 2 clubs. I don't want to defend. I want to play. And now partner bids 2 diamonds, and this is not what I want to hear. Obviously with my singleton, and I guess this also means that maybe we could actually have beaten them something if they were allowed to play. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. Rebidding 2 hearts feels wrong. I've also lied about my hand, so bidding 3 clubs, partner might make the wrong preference. Bidding 2 no, I don't really believe in. I feel like I'm in a bad spot. Passing and playing 2 diamonds also doesn't feel like it's going to be a winner, but I'm probably going to gamble that and hope that this is just the least bad that can happen. Maybe opponents could have made some spade contract, and even if we go down a little bit, that would be right. I'm not so happy with how things have progressed here. But at least partner had a very good diamond suit, so I think we probably found our best fit. I think I will unblock this just so I can try to get the dummy. And it seems unlikely they have underled the king here. I guess the risk of playing low is that the clubs are 5-1 and they can take a rough, but going up ace and having no second club trick seems worse. The 4 is a bit ominous. If they're playing 3rd and 5th, honestly, here it will mean either 1 or 3, so it's like a risk of a singleton. But I think I have to play low. I'll start trumps. And if I hadn't played the king, I think I would have finessed this, but now I can't do that. And since after the takeout double of a heart, West rates to be longer in other suits. Okay, so this is not ideal. Now they are getting a promotion in. So the question now is, how high do I want to rough this? And the best for me is if it were ace king 10 onside and 3-3, then I can rough with the 9 and and make the rest. There's no reason to ruff high, and I don't think there's a reason to ruff with the 7 either. So we'll do this and hope for the best. We are in luck, and all that remains now is to give up the Ace of Hearts, and I will claim just the king. So in the end, maybe a bit of good fortune. We ended up in our 6-1 fit, and it happened to make. Maybe we would have been better off defending. Can look a bit at what they had. So double dummy says that we make one in every denomination. So for example, but it would have been tricky if they had just played in 1 spades or 1 no, which I guess is where they would have headed. Double dummy, we could have doubled and set them 1 for 100, but that might have been a bit more difficult. But yeah, on this occasion, both opponents were 4-3-3. We had the balance of power, so we could have defended here, but it would have been a bigger gamble, and I typically don't like to gamble in those positions. All right, on to board number 2. We are now in second seat. Opponents already open. I don't have an amazing hand, and I don't have an amazing diamond suit, but I want to take this chance to get into the bidding. It will probably be the only chance I get. And partner responds 1 hearts, natural and forcing 1. I get to show my spade suit too. And partner just makes a preference to diamonds, so I will dispose. And we get to play 2 diamonds for the second board in a row. And this looks like a pretty decent spot. Partner had a good hand for just making a preference. I would have been at least a bit tempted to bid something more positive, either maybe 3 diamonds as an invitation, or you have a very good club stopper. You could have considered just bidding a no trump. If I had had just a couple more points, a 3-0, probably would have rated to be a great contract. As it is now, I had a terrible overcall, so it was, I think, good for us to stay low. They lead a trump, which is a little annoying because I think roughing a couple of spades in dummy would have been a good plan for me. It's not clear where else I can get rid of my spades. Could be by setting up some hearts, maybe finessing for the jack of hearts. It could also be to try to set up the clubs, but after the club opening, that maybe has a bit worse probability to work than normal. I don't think they've underled the ace here, so I mean, it feels normal to play low. There is something to be said for playing the king, and that is if I play low and win the queen, then I have to let them in, and my left-hand opponent gets in, and he can play another diamond from, say, 10 doubleton. Now they can all of a sudden draw all the trumps from dummy. But in this case, I think I have 2 reasons for playing low. One is that I don't think West is going to get in after his opening bid, or it's at least less likely. And the other one is it might just be an ace doubleton, and then I've just given up an extra loser. Play low here. Another question is, how do I proceed to get rid of my spade losers? And I think my best chance is to take a finesse for the jack of hearts. And that did not work, unfortunately. Okay, so after having now set up my 2 hearts in dummy, and they've also set up the king of spades, all I need to do now is discard these 2 on the hearts. And now I don't want them to get any ups. Unfortunately, I risk now that they would get a an up trump promotion, even if it is ace doubleton, and he's at a low heart, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it, so we'll just play another diamond and hope for the best. All right, well, they draw trumps. Now I can just play the king of spades, cross to the king of clubs, and discard my last spade on the heart, so I can claim this for another 2 diamonds making. So I think a pretty good score for us to be able to stay low. Possibly you could have done better in, like, if you were no trump, maybe you could make 8 tricks as well. Although the spades were a bit sensitive, with the queen of spades being offside after the jack, I think it would have been difficult to do better. All right, on to the third board. So we are now in first seat. We have a 14 count. See no reason to do anything other than 1 club. Maybe the heart to show my suit there. Partner rebid 2 now. They don't have spades, but they don't have 4 spades, but I have a spade stopper and a game try. I have a little bit extra, so we'll go to 3 now. Although no aces could be a bad thing, but at least I have some 10s and 9s. We have a combined 25 counts, and this looks like a very playable contract. So we have all the 4 club tricks, and we can also set up 3 spades. And that will give us up to 7, and then now we're gonna get the heart, or sorry, a diamond after this lead, and possibly a heart. So we'll see how things develop, but I think they look pretty good for me. They lead back another diamond. I might as well finesse this, you never know. And the finesse was offside. I mean, it feels very natural to discard a heart. There is a small risk with that. If we are unlucky and ace jack of hearts is offside, they might be able to set up a bunch of tricks, but I also can't really afford to discard winners, I think, so we'll just do this. Let's work on the spades. I don't want to set up hearts immediately, and I don't want to cash my clubs first. I want them as communication for the winners later. Opponents are persevering, and they play another diamond, so now I will just discard this, and I will just take my 9 tricks. I forget the ace of hearts again. 3 no making. I mean, they had their 3 aces, and they set up the queen of diamonds immediately, so there was nothing we could have really done there to make more. All right, board number 4, and it goes pass to me, everyone vulnerable. And we have what, an 18 count? Pretty good. We'll open a spade with this. I guess now the question is, do I bid just a conservative 2 hearts, or do I bid game forcing 3 hearts? I think in this instance, partner rates to have some points for 1 now. There should be at least 6. So I think we're strong enough for a game force, even though my minor suit holdings are not the best. I think if we only bid 2 hearts, we risk missing something. With 3 hearts, and partner just jumps to 4 spades, saying they had some spade support. I think we should go higher. So how does this look? Well, I've probably been in better contracts. So we have the ace of diamonds and ace of clubs gone. At least on this lead, we're only losing 1. And then we have a bit of work to do in the heart suit and the trump suit. And we don't really have much of entries to dummy, so setting up the diamonds and drawing trumps might prove tricky. So maybe a better shout would be to try to rough some hearts in dummy. But that's also not ideal. So I guess the two reasonable plans are setting up diamonds and hoping that the Queen of Hearts is an entry later, so I can discard my my last heart loser, or I play hearts immediately and hope for a rough or two in dummy. It feels like the latter is the better, although there is a risk that opponents can maybe either play a bunch of trumps so I don't get any roughs, or maybe even get some kind of diamond rough for promotion. But I think I'll just have to play this and hope for the best. At least the king was onside, so that's good. That means I only need to take one rough. So I can now afford to play trumps first, and it's a bit in. So it feels natural to play a spade to the ace, try to rough a heart, hopefully it splits, and then take a spade finesse. But I think there's a risk there. If I lose that spade finesse and West has the fourth heart, then they will play that, and then maybe East can rough away the ace of hearts. So it feels maybe like I should take the immediate spade finesse, because if that wins, I'm in the same position as I would have been before. I could just rough the heart and play a spade. But if the finesse loses, then West can't promote yet, because I haven't taken my rough yet. So I think that looks a bit better. And he perseveres with a heart. We'll try to rough that. That worked. And now, hopefully, I didn't finesse into a singleton queen. No. So now we can draw trumps, but unfortunately, we also have the ace of diamonds to lose. So we're going to go on one here. That was not the best contract, but after the good start, we just needed to pick up trumps, but the queen was offside. Oh yeah, slightly pushy, but we had our 24 count and an 8-card fit, so it was normal to get the game, but it was not a good contract. But we managed to stay a bit lower on that, it'll be good for you. All right, pass to me, third seat again, and I have an 11 count. This time we're vulnerable against not, so I don't want to go crazy here, but I think we can still make an opening bid just to maybe get one chance to get in the auction, make life a bit harder for opponents. Partner bids spade, showing 4. I don't want to get in here. Apparently, pass here says it's 0 to 2 spades, so we are playing support doubles. So here, doubling would show 3 spades, and that's again would be the normal bid, I guess. I'm not super happy about it, because say partner only has 4 spades, we're gonna play in a 4-3 fit. We're vulnerable. I have a balanced hand. Partner is a passed hand. I have an absolute minimum. So I think I'm gonna lie and say pass anyway. Although lying about support for partner is very rarely a good idea. But partner makes a preemptive club raise, and they bid game in diamond. I have nothing more to bid. Okay, so partner leads the club, and I guess I'm winning this. And now the question is, what do I defend? I mean, West bid hearts. I don't think there's a rush in playing hearts. I think a bigger risk is if that maybe they can discard dummy's club on hearts if they get to do it. So we'll try a club back and see if we can win this. Yeah. Now we just need one more trick, and partner plays a heart. That seems a bit odd. I guess I might as well put up the king. even if declare has ace, queen, jack, there's sort of no point in not doing it. Yeah, okay, so now opponents are just claiming. They had 5-5 diamonds. They just needed the heart finesse basically, and that was onside. So not much to do there for us. Yeah, that was an heart finesse over the opening hand. I don't think, I mean, yeah, there's not much we could do. And maybe if I had not opened, maybe we sort of pushed them into game, but they had a massive 10 card fit. I think they would probably have reached it anyway. So yeah, those were the 5 boards. It's unusual to play 2 diamonds twice making. But yeah, all in all, I think a decent set. I mean, going down, getting to game and going down here is maybe normal, but not a good board. Yeah, I think these ones in the beginning were very interesting. So let me know in the comments what you did there. And thank you for this set, and see you next time.